So about a year ago, I made this video and you guys seem to like it. So here's part two. In that video, I mentioned that you shouldn't expect anything great at this price point. And at that time, dollar was about 358. Now, dollar is about 410. So basically, you're going to get the same type of smartphones, but you will be paying more, sadly. At this price point, most phones that you would see are generic or really, really old. There are a few good smartphones, so we're going to be taking a look at some of them. The first on the list is the Itel S17. In fact, that is my previous video. I recently just reviewed this device. It goes for about 42,000 Naira, and I think it's the cheapest and has the best selfie camera on this list. It comes with a Unisoc processor and 1 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. So yes, apps take a while to open and multitasking isn't great. But it's not just the S17, it's really every phone on this list. It has a 5000 mAh battery and a 720p display, which are good specs, but it has no 4G connectivity. So basically a typical entry-level smartphone, but with decent cameras. So like I said, I reviewed this device. So if you want to find out more about it, you can click the link, I think up here or in the description. The second on the list is the Tecno Pop 5P. Different from the Pop 5. It goes for about 47,000 Naira and has double the storage and RAM of the Itel S17. So 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. But even with 2 GB of RAM, it doesn't mean that performance is great. I mean, it still really isn't. It takes time to open apps, like I said, and multitasking isn't great. And that's because of the processor. It also runs a Unisoc processor, which is a 1.3 GHz processor. Not impressive. The Pop 5 also doesn't come with 4G connectivity. Battery is also great at 5000 mAh, and it has a 720p display. So at this price point, there are a couple of things that you're going to notice are really similar. One is battery. All phones really have about 5000 mAh of battery, which is good. And they all also have about 720p resolution. So the Tecno Pop 5P is no different from every other phone on this list, except it's the first so far to come with 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. Let's continue. The third phone on the list is the Infinix Smart HD. It has 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage, but thankfully a different processor now. It's the Helio A20 chipset, and this is the most powerful chipset on the list. So yes, a different processor now, but the fact is, performance is also not great. I would say it's the best so far. I mean, apps will take a little bit less time on the Smart HD than other devices on this list. Okay, now downside of the Smart HD for me is it doesn't look as nice. Like the S17 looks really nice, has very little bezels somewhat, but with the Smart HD, the bezels are a lot. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the design of the Smart HD. But other than that, 5000 mAh, 720p display, no 4G connectivity. It's just like every other entry-level smartphone, except that better processor and not so great design. And then we have another Itel on the list. It's the Itel P37, and it's really just the Itel S17, but with 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. If you really want to get a good performing device, I would suggest you look over 50,000 Naira. But we also have rumors of the Infinix Smart 6, which will be dropping sometime before the end of the year. It promises to be also a pretty good device. I would try to get my hands on it, but if not, I'll still update you in the comments of this video. I will leave links as well to individual reviews on these devices done by me or any of the creators featured in the video. And sadly, that's about it. You know, because of the awful exchange rates, phones have now become more expensive, and that has affected greatly the budget phones right now. So I think for 50,000 Naira, these are the 3-4 good enough smartphones that you can go ahead and purchase. If there are any smartphones that you think I missed out, please let me know so I can include them in the comments. If you also have any thoughts, I would like to chat with you. So leave a comment in the comment section as well. And I think that's it. I'll see you when you see me.